In the early stages of the Pepsi 400, Ward Burton led lap number 1 from the pole position, but then at the end of the backstretch on lap 2, Mike Skinner took the lead as Bill Davis, Ward's car owner, looked on. And now the Lowe's team finds their driver out front, but there is certainly a serious challenge on the racetrack from Dale Jarrett as he comes off corner number 4 and down through the tri-oval. He and Mike Skinner are side by side, and Jarrett goes to the front.
He got those 5 bonus points on that last lap. He was just a bumper ahead of the number 31 car. Bill Weber has more.
Well, Ned, as we all saw, Dale Jarrett's car was uncooperative, or too cooperative maybe in happy hour yesterday. It wanted to turn into the turns too quickly. He really couldn't get into the turns the way he wanted to. The right front was turning too early for him. Well, from 4:30 last night till 9 o'clock, stopping briefly for dinner, he and Todd Parrott talked over what to do with the race car. I asked Todd Parrott about 7:30 this morning, can you tell me what you did? He said no, but if it works, I'll let you know. Early in this race, Jarrett said, it feels pretty good. A few laps later, he said, I'm tied off, but we can work on that. Good news for the 88. Let's check in with Jerry Fine.
This morning, Larry McReynolds and Mike Skinner talked about what they would do today. They ended up deciding on a rubber in the right front, some shock changes, and that's fixed the condition of being loose entering the corner. But just like Ward Burton, the 31 car now is tight off the corner. They plan a track bar adjustment on their first pit stop, which should come, if we stay green, around lap 50 or 51. But until then, Mike Skinner must just...
I think that tight situation right now, there's a cloud over the sun, has the track completely under shade, and that normally will tighten the track up a little bit.
Tony Stewart now in 19th, BP.
He was able to pass Dale Earnhardt. He and Earnhardt worked their way through that traffic together, and Earnhardt stayed in front and kind of led Stewart through the traffic. Now, after we got through the traffic, Tony says, thanks, Dale. See ya.
And that's Ricky Craven running way up on the high side of the track. His line much different than Earnhardt and Tony Stewart.
There's several cars that have gone straight to the top of the racetrack trying to keep these back ends under control. Michael Waltrip is another one in the 7 car.
Michael is running in 15th at the moment.
There's Jeff Burt trying to work his way to the front. Started back in 26th position as he tries to get along the car of Sterling Marlin. Sterling started back in 18th, so Jeff Burton is down there.
He's fighting for 12th right there with Sterling Marlin. So both of them have made good advances. From 99, Burton has picked up a few more positions than has Sterling. You can see the chart there, his progress.
I never see Michael Waltrip I was talking about. Now Jeff's going to try it on the outside. Yeah, it's a pretty good run. Not quite enough run.
About 7 3/4 seconds back of the leader of the race, Dale Jarrett.
Jeff Gordon, of course, is running in 3rd place. A lot of good racing back in the pack. You see there that Gordon is 1.7 seconds behind. Not too long ago, it was almost 2.7 seconds. So Gordon has cut that down. You can see he's come into the picture there now. He is gaining more than 1/10 of a second a lap.
And check out our AutoZone on-track interval between the leader, Dale Jarrett, and Jeff Gordon. We see, just like you said, Ned, he had a 2.5 second lead on Gordon, and now it's down to 1.7. That doesn't sound like much, but just another 5 laps and he'll be right on his rear bumper.
And he is definitely running a higher line than is Jarrett. Jarrett's car seemed to be working a little bit better down on the bottom.
Side-by-side battle here between Jeffrey Bodine and Bobby Labonte for 7th position. On board with Labonte. Thought he was going to be able to get his nose below Jeffrey going into turn 3, but had to back out momentarily. And again, different lines here as Labonte is on the bottom and Jeffrey way up high.
And Bobby Labonte, Interstate Batteries Pontiac, started back in 19th. So another car that has a very, very good run going.
He really struggled in qualifying. He was far down the list in the first practice. Didn't know if he'd make the top 25 or not. He made wholesale changes on the car before qualifying. He went out and he did qualify in the 19th position.
This is from Bobby Labonte's bumper cam, looking back on Jeffrey Bodine. Here comes Gordon like a freight train. Up high, trying to take second position away from Mike Skinner down past the packed grandstand here at Michigan Speedway.
And the GJ fans are standing up and said, get back there. And the Jeff Gordon fans are standing up and saying, come on up there.
And so goes NASCAR Winston Cup racing.
Exactly.
That's the way it should be. Wouldn't do for everybody to pull up the same run.
24 is running high on both ends.
See, there's a spotter telling DJ that the 24 car is now running high on both. You might want to try that line. See, now DJ goes straight to the top of the racetrack, trying to see if that line works for him like it does for Jeff Gordon.
Will it result in a second place here for Gordon? Boy, Mike Skinner is way down on the bottom of the track, almost to the apron, and yes, Jeff does take second spot. It's now about a quarter of a second or about a car length and a half behind Jarrett. And we see Jeff Burton go to the inside of Michael Waltrip. That is the 13th and 14th position.
Well, Michael Waltrip been really running high all the way through the corner as both those cars close in on. And Jeff Burton still hasn't been able to get by the 40 car, Sterling Marlin, the Coors Light car. Oh, did you see that car backfire? The 40 car, some flame out the exhaust pipe.
Burton must have heard you, Benny, and said, okay, if he thinks I ought to pass him, I will, and he did.
That was for the 12th position. This is for the lead. Burton now works the lower side of the racetrack. Falls in right behind DJ down the backstretch.
Well, DJ took away that high line from him after his spotter told him where Gordon was running, so Gordon had no choice but to try to go down under. There ain't room up there on the outside to make a good pass.
Doesn't look like Jeff Gordon's car is cold on the bottom of the racetrack right now well enough to pass DJ.
I don't think he can run down there on the bottom.
Thank you very much.
That was DJ's spotter.
Same thing behind you.
Dale Jarrett leads here at Michigan Speedway with Gordon right behind him. Mike Skinner is third, Mark Martin fourth, and Ward Burton, the pole sitter, is in fifth position. Stay with us. We'll be right back for more live coverage of the Pepsi 400 with 24 of 200 laps completed.